Okay, everyone, so we are going to start painting our paper plates to look like the Georgia O'Keeffe poppies. So we have the red tempera paint out. I'm just going to put a little bit, not all the way up to the metal part of the brush or the plastic part of the brush. And I'm going to paint kind of from the center, fanning out all the way to the edges. It's okay to paint over the lines because those parts are going to get cut out. But it is a good place to hold on to in between the flower petals. That's what those are, the flower petals. So if you can keep one of those areas open without painting over it, it's a good place to hold on to your plate without getting your hand dirty. And being careful not to go over the same spot too many times. We just want to cover the plate with the red paint. When I start seeing the white come through like that, that means I need some more paint on the brush, remember? I'm painting in one direction. I'm rotating my plate around. And also paint going towards yourself like this. That works also. Okay, that is all covered now. So the painting part is done. Next, we're going to do the collage part, which means we're going to be using this paper and we're going to be using glue. First, we're going to tear the black construction paper into small pieces so that we can glue them in the middle of our poppy flower. So to tear the paper, you're going to pinch it between your fingers like this and then pull in the two different directions. And let's try that again. You're going to pinch it and pull. And that is how you rip the paper. You're going to keep doing that until we get all these little pieces. I think this is about that's a little bit too big. Make it a little bit smaller than that, maybe in half. I see most of these are about the size of maybe a little bit bigger than my thumbnail, using that as a guide. I'm going to rip that piece too. They don't have to all be the same shape. They're not going to all be the same shape when you do this. You could even rip it in half and double it up and then rip it again. I think that one's a little bit too big also. We're going to be gluing this down so that they overlap. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now we're going to glue our torn pieces of black construction paper onto our poppy. This is going to be the center of the flower. I'll be putting glue right here. I went ahead and I put a circle there so that you can see where we should be gluing our pieces of black construction paper. You'll be taking your paintbrush that looks like this and putting it into your glue. And you'll be painting the glue onto your poppy. And hold down the paper plate while you paint it on. And try to stay in that circle area while you are putting the glue on. Yours doesn't have a circle on it. You can make an imaginary circle. I did it so that you can see the glue going on mine because my glue is clear. Yours is white, but it is the same glue. Just looks different. Okay. Now I have my circle of glue. I'm going to put my paintbrush in the container, put it to the side. I'm going to take these pieces of torn paper and we're going to glue them down. When we glue these down, we want to make sure that the pieces are overlapping so that we end up not seeing any of the red. Oops, see there's a little bit of red peeking out right in there. So I'm going to cover it. Just gluing one piece at a time. If I see a little red peeking through, I can move my piece over to kind of cover it. See if it's like that? I can just move it. And when I put the piece down, I kind of just place it down and I just tap it into place. Just a little bit of glue there. I don't like the way that one's sitting, so I'm going to turn it this way. There, I think that looks better. And I can even tear these pieces a little bit smaller. So I feel like I want to put it in a spot that I want it to be smaller in. And there we go. There are no white spots peeking through. And now we are going to cut out our poppy. I'm going to be cutting on the black lines, only the black lines that we see right here. So we hold our scissors properly like this. And I'm going to cut right along the black line. I'm going to stop right where the black line ends. Let's do it again right here. See that piece that's hanging? Oh, it just fell off. You can still see that black line a little bit, so I'm going to cut it a little bit further. There we go. Nope, see that one's dangling. Just need a little help getting off. Okay, and for our last step, we're going to use a black crayon. And we're going to make some lines on here, on the petals, so that it's not as dull looking. Jazz it up a bit. So I'm going to put a straight line. Then I'm going to put two curved lines, one on either side of that straight line, just a little curve. And there we are. Okay, those lines are a little bit hard to see, so I'm going to make them a little bit darker just by drawing over the lines that I already drew in the crayon. So I think that looks a little bit better.